heat flows from one point to another. If an iron spoon is kept half immersed in a hot water bath, for a short while its other end also becomes hot. Similarly, if you stand near a heater, you will feel hot. These examples show that heat is transferred from a hot body to a cold body. Students, the process of transfer of heat from one part to another part is called transmission of heat. There are three ways in which transmission of heat takes place, namely conduction, convection, and radiation. Students, heat transfers through solids by the process of conduction. Here is an activity for you. For this, take an iron or steel rod of about 15 centimeter length. Fix 4 pins with the help of wax on the rod. Place the rod on a wooden block as shown in the figure and hold it in its position by a brick. Now, heat the other end of the rod by means of a lamp or a burner. What do you observe? You surely will find that the nails begin to fall one by one, starting from the hot end of the rod to the other end, isn't it? This shows that heat energy travels from the hot end of the rod towards its cold end. Let us suppose in a class, students are seated in their benches as shown in the figure. If a teacher wishes to pass the book to the far student of the bench, how does the student get the book? Simple. The teacher gives the book to the first student, who then passes it on to the second, and the second passes it on to the third, and so on, till the book is reached to the last student, isn't it? In this process, the students do not change their positions. Students, conduction is analogous to this process. Just as the book was passed on from one student to the other student, heat travels from one molecule to another. The molecules of the rod at the heated end gets heat energy. It gives some heat to the neighboring molecules. These molecules also give some heat to their neighboring molecules. In this way, heat is transmitted from hot end to the cold end in a solid. Thus, in this process, the molecules do not change their position. Therefore, the process of transmission of heat in solids without the actual movement of particles from their positions is called conduction. Students, there are two types of conductors: good conductors and bad conductors. When one end of a spoon is put in the flame, the other end becomes hot after a short while. But if we place one end of a pencil in the flame, it starts burning, and the other end does not get heated up. This clearly shows that all substances do not conduct heat equally. Therefore, those substances which allow heat to flow through them easily are called good conductors of heat. All metals are good conductors of heat. It has been found that silver is the best conductor of heat, whereas those substances which do not allow heat to flow through them easily are called bad conductors of heat. Wood, plastics, glass, stone, rubber, cotton wool are examples of bad conductors of heat. Students, due to this, wooden handle or plastic handles are used in most of the kettles, spoons, which are used in cooking, because a metal would soon get hot from one end to the other end. Students, heat transmits through liquids and gases by the process of convection. Look at this activity. For this activity, take a beaker and fill 3/4 of it with water. Drop some portion of potassium permanganate or some particles of ink. Then keep the beaker on a tripod stand and heat it with the help of a lamp or a burner. Then watch the movement of the colored solution. What did you observe? Obviously, the colored stream of water from the bottom of the beaker rises to the top at the center and then falls downward along the sides, isn't it? Why does this happen? Students, when we heat the beaker, the water at the bottom gets heated. On being heated, it expands and becomes less dense or lighter. The lighter, hot water moves upward. The water at the top is cooler and comparatively heavier, so it comes down to take the place of hot water. The process continues until the whole water becomes hot. In this activity, we have noted the actual movement of water molecules, which causes the transfer of heat. Thus, convection can be defined as the process of transmission of heat in liquids and gases due to the actual movement of their particles is called convection. Students, if you stand in the sun on a sunny day, you feel warm, isn't it? How do you feel the warmth? What makes you feel the warmth? As we know that the sun is at a large distance from our Earth and there is no air beyond the Earth's atmosphere. This means there is no material medium between the sun and the outside of the Earth's atmosphere. Hence, heat is not transmitted from the sun to the Earth by conduction or convection. Thus, the process by which heat is transmitted from one part to another without the help of any material medium is called radiation. Students, when we stand in front of a fire or heater, we feel the warmth. The heat from the fire transmits in all directions due to the process of radiation. Radiation is a very quick process in which heat travels with the velocity of light.